Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Freedom Train podcast series. I'm your homie, Joseph Ward, and happy Black History Month. Too, it's Black History Month. Love your blackness, kiss on your blackness, embrace your blackness. If you don't like being black, that's your fault, because damn it, I love being black, and it's Black History Month. And, well, yeah, we coming out of Black History Month, but it's still Black History Month in my goddamn mind. So
Black
there it
history
is.
all year.
Oh yeah, so happy all year long Black History Month to everybody. Let's make sure we carry along our fruitful traditions to make sure we're making ourselves and our communities better. We ain't carrying on dumb stuff. All right. So remember that the Freedom Train podcast is brought to you by PAX Inc. That's PACTSINC, a Black advocacy organization, as well as a think tank that's designed to provide our community with information and resources to help us improve ourselves. You can go visit the website to access those resources at www.pactsinc.org. Also, make sure you visit our Freedom Train website at www.freedomtrainradio.com. There we can learn more about myself, Pat, Shelby, Candace, and everybody that we got going on. My dog Enigma September is on a break right now, but he coming back. And when he coming back, he'll come back strong and hard with that hip hop podcast, the Enigma Sep Hour. So make sure you visit us, www.freedomtrainradio.com. All right. So this week I got the homie. I got one of the homies on here. Me and this man, we go back to high school.
Hey,
And if you a long time listener to this podcast, you done heard all type of stories about Rickards High School. And if you one of the homies, then you'd have been through that shit with me. All right.
yeah.
So like I say, we first met in high school. Everybody went to college, kind of, went their separate ways. But as adulthood came, everybody started to merge back. So a community activist, the brother's been active in the Tallahassee community for over 10 years. And then he decided to create his own organization called Link Up. And he's been serving the Tallahassee community through Link Up for over about 7 years now. He has impacted the north side, the south side, the east side, and the west side with his organization. And now we're going to learn the origins of the organization, the current state of the organization, and the future of the organization, and just how he became and why he became. Because it takes a special person to take on the mantle or take up the torch of being a community activist and fighting for your community, when it's so much easier to just get yours and go. But sometimes some people decide to get theirs and come back to enrich others, and they're targeting the children in underserved communities. So my homie, Mr. Darian Davis, the president, founder of Link Up. What's going on, big homie?
What's happening, bro? What's happening?
Man, everything is all good, bro. What's good with you?
Grinding,
Yeah.
Enjoying this breath that I get to take every day.
Hey man, you gotta enjoy it. But I will tell you, you be going about as much as me. We both need to slow down, but we both be out there getting it, man.
Tell me when to sit down.
Yeah. Sometimes your body scream at you. So
I know, right?
Yeah, man. But the work that you do in the community, the work that you've done, and for those, especially long time listeners, I've been a part of Link Up since the beginning. So always in any capacity that I'm able to give, I'm always there for Link Up. So I've been able to be in the trenches with this man when we're feeding, we used to feed 250, 300 people on them Sundays in the park. Yeah. You got kids in the pool. We feeding about 300 people. That's per event. So we at one point we was before COVID was able to do events at least once a month or something close to that, and just in a lot of underserved communities, and just doing just feeding people, giving people resources. So I know we started planting the seeds for the after school program. So we're gonna learn more about the after school program. You got a vehicle, you got a whole lot of things going on. COVID has impacted a lot of things. So we're gonna learn how Link Up was able to survive through COVID and be able to move forward. So man, let's get into it. So before we dive into Link Up, man, we got to know about you, right? So who is Darian Davis? My folk want to know, who is Darian Davis and why is serving your community important to you?
Well, Darian Davis. Because it's two. We got split personalities. Right?
Okay, right.
It's Darian, and then it's Fraud.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, now that you said that, I was gonna say that, but I was gonna let you introduce it first. But since you said it, let's give it to him.
Yeah, Darian is he's the good guy. He's the humble, focused individual. The one that done learned from the lesson that Fraud done got him into. You know what I'm saying? And he wants better, and not just for himself. You get what I'm saying? He found a way to have better for himself, but in that learning, he's the guy that shares it with everybody. The little whatever he learns, as soon as he learns it, he shares. He's the guy that wants growth for everybody. You know what I mean? For everybody. Gotcha. As a coach, he's serious about this black thing. You know what I'm saying? That skin. The struggle. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much all that, breaking stereotypes. He's that guy that's really geared and give everything. He's fully dedicated to that revolution. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned, you know what I'm saying, about how you've been a part of Link Up. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning, it's like, so, like I always said, it's a movement. It's always been a movement, and it's about us. It's revamping our culture to the point of what we know we should be, who we know we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We come from so much power, and that's Darren. He's just really about that. Go getter. For all the go getter too. You know what I'm saying? That's the hustler part of Darren. You get what I'm saying? That's go get it by any means. My mama called me Mr. Make It Happen now. You know what I'm saying? Because she see me make nothing into something over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
Despite adversities. See, Fraud the fighter. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people got to really meet that real side of him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's an ultimate fighter. The no nonsense. That's just the introduction part. That's the shine. That's the guy that wears the jewelry and things. That's the part that make me own my crown. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Who I am. As I've got to learn who Darian really was. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So okay. Lord, let me re-ask the second part of this question again before I go on to that, because you made me think of something else. So, community, just make sure we hit on this. Why is it important for you to really give back to the Tallahassee community? You could do anything you can be wanting to do, but why is it important for you to give back to the community?
Well, because of the lessons, you know what I'm saying, that I've learned, because of the struggle that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? My entire family, we hood. We all born on the south side, even the ones that were born on the north side, but we come from the projects, man, generations on generations and projects, really, and I hope my folks don't get mad at me saying it, but we ain't have nothing. We don't come from nothing. But that hustler side of us, that go-getter, that hungry part, all of us made something. You know what I'm saying? Out of nothing. Regardless of how we had to do it, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no cut clean, stand up kind of way, and being that I made those decisions, I had to deal with the consequences of those in sitting, you know what I'm saying? Just a little history. I had to go do some time. A few times. You get what I'm saying? But in that last time that I had to do, and that was a stretch. I did like 4.5 off of 5 years. And in that stretch, that's why I learned me. You know what I'm saying? In that stretch, that's why I really got connected with the creator and that oneness. You know what I'm saying? Knowing who created me. You know what I'm saying? Who been watching over me. You know what I'm saying? Who helped me gain. Because like I said, we come from nothing. You know what I mean? And in that, I started realizing potential. We like to say we products of our environment. You know what I'm saying? Well, if we're going to hold that saying to be true, then we know that our environment is somewhat of a box. You get what I'm saying? And we, in that box, you don't really, when you're inside the box, you don't really see what's on the outside until something make you see it. You got to be taken out of there. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of way you got to come out that box, even if it's taking you out the box to put you in another box, what could be, let's just say, prison. You know what I'm saying? Getting out that box of South City or the South Side, you know what I'm saying, Hollyfield, and getting placed into that box of prison. Well, in that transition, I saw something. You get what I'm saying? I seen a little life, you know what I'm saying, that I missed out on. And I started to realize my potential that I let slip. You know what I'm saying? And then it made me think not just about myself, but my son. My son was born while I was locked up during that time. You know what I'm saying? And so I started thinking about what I wanted to see him, show him. You know what I'm saying? What I wanted him to see in his father, for one. And then what I want him to see as a black man. You get what I'm saying? And then it went beyond just my son, because I'm still in them hoods. You get what I'm saying? And even if I wasn't serving, I still be in them hoods like every day. You get what I'm saying?
Me too.
And the thing about it is, I see the same things. I see the same effects of a box. You get what I'm saying? I see those same them walls up that ain't nobody seeing outside of. You get what I'm saying? And I see those same kids who have a lot of potential, but they can't see outside the box because ain't nobody there to lift them up to look over the wall. You get what I'm saying? And that's just me. I want to change the dynamic where we come from. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the influence that we didn't have coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, I get you.
That's why I'm doing it.
That's what's up. Nah, that's what's up. Because it's always, we should always have a why, know our why, and be able to revert back to our why to stay on course.
Yep.
Hey man, so man, at the Working Class Wednesdays the other night, your son ran up on me. I ain't know who he was at first. Dude and got big in the mud.
Oh boy, big now.
Oh, they just like 2 years. He didn't got that big in about 2 years. I'm like, I had to look. I was like, oh shoot.
That boy big. I told him I wish I was his size when I was 13.
What? Yeah. Hey man, look here. Hey, I was like, who the grown man? Oh nah, this ain't no man.
Yes,
so, all right. So, like I say, you've been through adversity. You've made your mistakes. You had to pay your time. All right. So, after going through all that, at what point did you begin to say, or did you start your plans to say, okay, it's time now for me to give back to my community? When did you first start serving your community, and what inspired you to become active in the community?
Well, all right. Like I said, the inspiration came in 2010. I want to say I was on my bunk. You know what I'm saying? In the T-wing 2-man cell. And if anybody who's been in prison know, them wings, that T building, well, that's a dark place. It's a bunch of time around you that it's like life. That's where they hold the life of the 60 years and stuff like that. And here I am. I just got drug charged. What in the world am I doing over here? You know what I'm saying? These nuts. But it was I had a moment. That moment I was talking about where I talked to the creator. You know what I'm saying? That was June 10th of 2010. And I ain't going to forget it because I had a breakdown. And in that breakdown moment, you know what I'm saying, it was really just to me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody witnessed it. Nobody saw it. Nobody would have never knew I'd done that until I'm saying it now. You get what I'm saying? And I had that moment. I found myself. You get what I'm saying? Well, actually, the creator spoke to me who I am. You get what I'm saying? And from that moment on, I started searching it for myself, for Darian. You know what I'm saying? I was living in fraud so much, I had to find Darian. You know what I'm saying? And finding that, I started writing this up. Everything that I'm doing right now, every step that I've made, everything that I've done since I've been home, I wrote it up while I was in prison. I drew up plan. I had my mama sending me information, you know what I'm saying? Like news articles and everything. And then when I came home, I want to say this was like 2014 while I was home. I was working as maintenance supervisor in Southwood and at an apartment complex in Southwood. And I was staying on the north side. And while I was in route, just got off work en route to head to the house, my mama called me. She was like, baby, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, just getting off in the head to the house. She said, well, they holding a meeting at Southside Park. You do a lot of this talking, and you want to get into the community stuff. I think you need to go by that meeting and just check it out. I'm about to pass it. So I was like, I seen all the cars, I just yoked up in there, you know what I'm saying? So I yoke up in there and I hear some good stuff being said. And I hear some, you know, not so good stuff being said. I hear some complaining excuses. You know what I'm saying? Then I started feeling some type of way because you got a lot of youth and teens that was in this room. You know what I mean? And they were saying some good stuff. They were asking some good questions, but then I seen an elder of our community
shoot them down, huh?
Just take it back to, you know, I don't want to sound no way saying it, Joe, but you know I'm a realist. You get what I'm saying?
I already know what it is. You already know. I know.
We can't keep taking things back to the 400 years. You know what I'm saying? And seeking like it's some old, bro. Whatever we feel like we old over here, we have been shown for centuries. Same 400 years that we always like to go back to and stuff like that, that we got to take it. It ain't given.
Right.
It ain't going to be given. Right. So now you're using it as a crutch. And I couldn't sit there and just let this elder put that on the kids, because then I watched those youth who were saying some good stuff start changing with what they were saying and how they responded. You know what I'm saying? And I watched it create ignorance, and I started boiling. I'm a shy guy, you know. Like I said, people don't know that about me, but I'm pretty shy. You get what I'm saying? So I was sitting there trying not to say nothing, but it would bother me. My leg was shaking, and all that. And the lady who had put that little meeting together, her name was Gloria Pugh, standing behind me pointing, and I ain't knowing the facilitator ended up creeping my way and stuck that mic dead in my face. Like, you got something to say? I ain't no punk. I might be shy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk. Yeah. So I spoke it, you know what I'm saying? And had to just let we away from them times now. Now it's time to embrace that stuff, where we come from. It's been a struggle, it's a fight for us. But we was born fight. We was created fighters. We the ones that, you know, when you dig into us, you realize we created civilization. You know what I'm saying? We created all this stuff that we utilize. To be honest, there's so many things that's being created now by us that we don't get recognition for.
Man, look, bruh. I'm watching the series, the Kev on Stage. I'm looking at the Kev on Stage app. I'm looking at, they got a little series called What's Good. They're in Houston. Bruh, they stole everything. The original recipe for the Pillsbury dough biscuits and just the base of it was stolen from a black woman named Lucille in Houston. Them white folks stole everything.
They don't play.
Right.
That's how this country was built, though.
Right.
Everything.
But like you saying, though, with the understanding of who we're dealing with and the nature of those people, it should be imperative, or it should be a no-brainer for us to have the do for self mentality and understand that if we don't do it for us, ain't nobody gonna do it for us, because they're not concerned with our elevation. If so, we wouldn't even be in this position.
Right. When you look up stuff, like, let's just say, Vince, I mean, and it's right in your face. Look up what a U.S. citizen is. Just look it up. You think we U.S. citizens for real?
Hey.
It say it got a whole description, and it say except of African descent. So if you're an African American, we got to check that box on stuff. You could decline, you know, to put that in there and all that type of stuff, but they let you know. That's how they separate you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So but hey, so I got a challenge. I'm not gonna say the challenge on this, but I got a challenge for you. We're gonna reveal it. We're gonna reveal it when it happened, but I can see it. I can see it in my head, and I've put like this. I've already challenged somebody to do it, and they knocked it out the park. So I'm gonna just say that. But when y'all see this, I'm gonna be like, what they talking about? Just know we gonna come back, and he gonna let y'all. We gonna announce what the challenge is. But you just made me think of something. As you were talking, it's a good thing though. It's a good, but I just don't want to reveal it. Now I want to talk about it, and then we're gonna reveal it. But I want to go ahead and put the cliffhanger out here now. So as a community servant, as a servant of the community, it's two part, but I'm gonna ask the first part first. So, how do you define serving your community?
How do I define serving my community?
Mm-hmm.
Me, myself, personally, sacrifice. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? For the greater good. You know, it's realizing that it ain't about me. This whole thing. It ain't start with me. I wish it can end with me. I'm giving everything that I got for it to end with me. You get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's sacrifice. It's the willingness to really give up the minuscule, mediocre things. You know what I'm saying? For a greater cause, a bigger purpose. You know what I'm saying? For a next generation, bro. And that's what it takes. That's service. So and that's giving food if it take giving food. If you see a disparity over here, you know what I'm saying? With food, it's just stepping in that gap. Clothes, stepping in that gap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do it. I ain't the only one that do it. You know what I mean? It's just being that sacrifice. But I'm be real. I feel like I'm ready to get our ultimate sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? That Malcolm, that Martin type of sacrifice.
I say I hear you. You know what though? I'm gonna be real, though. I can't even let you do that, bro. And the reason why I say that is because for one, our people are not ready. And for two, I think more of us need to live for our people than die for our people.
That's real. That's real. But
Because, and not to cut you off, but great people have died for us, and yeah, we name streets after them, but yet we don't make our community better as a whole.
that's real.
So
But you know what though? You know what, Joe? Them leaders that died for us. You see, they had people that was with them tagging along. You get what
yeah,
I'm saying? They had a whole bunch of soldiers while they was living, supposed soldiers. You get what I'm saying? So what it is when one get knocked off, just like the army do you. The U.S. Army, we sign up for this military. The same thing. When one get knocked off, somebody step up in that place throwing them guns. You know what I'm saying? You know the hypothetical guns. You get what I'm saying?
hmm
But if somebody got to step up in their place, and that be about the same cause. If you was about the cause when you was walking with this brother or this sister, you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Why when you let the scare tactic be taken, you know what I'm saying? Where they took them couple of lives, why it stopped everything?
Well, see that lack of having stuff in place. That's why I tell people to watch the movie The Spook That Sat by the Door.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, but if you
That's a good
haven't
one.
seen the movie, I ain't gonna spoil it for you. But what you was talking about, the organizational structure, being able to be 15 paces down in the rank and file, but you know how to run the organization. So if all 14 of the people before you are taken out, you could run the organization. Um, but I do think we know one of the main things with both Malcolm and Martin is some of the people who was with them wasn't really
Right,
with them.
right.
That was the
And that's
issue.
why I don't do it for see. You know, I know we got this social media thing, and they got people fooled on how numbers really work. You know what I'm saying? Because they chase for them emojis. But the thing about it is, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all about numbers. It's about the hard content. You get what I'm saying? You got to think it was a few that started that civil rights movement. It was few, but then you got this few, and this city over here picked up with their few because they believed in it. Then this city picked up over here with that few
It don't
because
take
they believed
everybody.
in it. Right. Just take a little bit. I don't do nothing for numbers. It's the hard content. That's all I
Right.
see, bro.
Right.
That's all I
So
see.
so let me ask this the second part of this question. In your opinion, is there a right or a wrong way to serve your community?
Honestly, I feel like it is.
Me too.
I feel like
Me
it
too.
is, bro. It is. Cause you know what I'm saying? You can serve your community and do it for the cameras. You can serve your community and do it for the cut back in the dollars. You know what I'm saying? You could put up the front like you serve your community and be helping somebody else's agenda. This is Tallahassee, baby. I ain't gonna say too much more because I
Uh,
got my little thing going on here, but I'm a realist, bro. I can't do nothing but be real.
right. But so it's like the saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Mhm.
Right. And so also use the analogy. I am I'm driving and I'm speeding. I'm driving like everybody else. I get in an accident. I didn't intend to hit somebody, but I was speeding. And speeding is driving, but it's not the best way to drive.
Right.
And so since I was speeding, that increased my chances of crashing, which I did, which caused an accident. So that go back to that right and wrong way. Because I feel like, for one, we're not building anything.
Right.
And need to be one of our biggest concentrations, is uniting and building. And we're continuously, because you so many days I came home frustrated, not at what we're doing, but just at, damn, the community ain't really getting better. Like, I feel bad. I be feeling bad that we out there busting our ass, but the change that we trying to create, we ain't really creating. For one, we don't have the resources or the infrastructure.
Yep.
So it's just, making sure that people understand we can serve, but one of our ultimate goals need to be in building. I feel like if we build more in our communities, we can have more, we can access more resources and be able to really help ourselves beyond what we're doing. And also, a lot of our organizations, we're tied to the system that we're trying to be fighting, because lack of resources.
Yep. But see, that's honestly, everything you said was right, but that was the purpose of Link Up. That's why the name is Link Up. That's why it's everything, because it's not trying to reinvent the wheel. You see that logo got them hands around.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody joining together for this. You know what I'm saying? You got resources like you utilize when you know what I'm saying, when you ride with Link Up. Bring health stuff, we do this. You know what I'm saying? Even the history, you know what I'm saying? You got others, you know what I'm saying? People got all kind of resources, man. It's just bringing them together, and that's our hardest thing to do.
Yep.
We haven't seemed to do that since the 70s, bro. It's so hard to get us to come together again. But that's really what Link Up is about. I'm trying to bring back the village. You know what I'm saying? And that whole analogy and metaphor of the village, that come from our motherland, because that's how we operate. We hold the whole village. It take all of us together to hold this spot down, hold us down. You know what I'm saying? And we really got to get better at that. We got to learn to trust each other again. You know what I'm saying? That's what real love is. You know what I'm saying? I seen, we come up and I can't even say ancestors, because that 60s movement. My granny was back then. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't that much. It wasn't that long ago.
60 years, 60, maybe 62 years.
80, 67 to 80 years. Well, it ain't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, they had that unity. It wasn't everybody. It wasn't everybody in the hood. The majority still was on the BS. You get what I'm saying? Partying. That's how they infiltrated us with the drugs, and they blew up. Everybody was black. It was that unity.
Put like this: we got statistics to show that we were more unified as a people. Hey, we could just look at marriage stats. We were more with the concept of family, in the 60s and beyond was stronger than it is from the 60s to now.
Right.
So
and we didn't have none. We have none. We got none back then.
But also getting people to understand that you can't have a community without families. And if we are refusing to build families, that means we're refusing to build our communities. Right. And then that means we're constantly relying on somebody else to do what we need to do for ourselves. And it really just come back to self-love, us loving ourselves as individuals and loving ourselves as a people. And once again, we know everybody ain't gonna do it, but if we get enough people doing it, we can do something.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
We can do something.
I'm gonna be real. I feel like the right 10 people come together, that could change a lot in Tallahassee. The right 10.
Right. I mean, we need 8 more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get into. I ain't gonna get into that. But there have been attempts made to do stuff like that, and then didn't work out. Me, you, and Luther got stories. How many times it started with everybody and ended with us 3?
Yeah.
So
that's real now. That's real, but it's that hard country. That's why I live for the hard. You know what I'm saying? Not standing up for what's right. You gotta know when to tell somebody they wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the feelings. You wrong, bro.
Yeah.
You got my face.
We gotta do better. So all right, so we've touched on it. So let's educate people a little more because we've touched on it. So specifically, what type of organization is linked up? Is Link Up?
I'm a movement. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's an organization that's the logo say bridging the gaps of the communities. You get what I'm saying? We know those gaps fall when it comes to our people. You know what I'm saying? The neighborhoods that they demographically name as the ghetto, the lower income, the opportunity zones, and all that type. It's our neck of the woods. You get what I'm saying? That's what they build their statistics off of to get their grant money and their government money and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much disparity in there. You look at the school system that's in those areas. What them grades be looking like? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy. What the teachers looking like? Crazy. Somebody that link up with a church in one of them areas and hold something down the street. When you got a whole neighborhood right here, when you could, if you just go right there in the project, right around the corner. You want to post up down on the main road so people can see you, you're waving and you're serving food. You get what I'm saying? You serving these food that need to be cooked. What about Charlotte who can't cook and she got 5 children in the house? You just stockpiling the house, but they ain't cooking. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in there to know what's going on so you can fight it. So I'm in there. We're in there. Link up. We stay in those parts. That's being missed. You get what I'm saying? They use it when they bringing their stores up to get money. But they like, just like the South Side, they painted the South Side a whole image of the entire South Side, talking about the income and everything when the average income over there is $30-some thousand. But they painted that stuff to make it seem like it's so low because they used the project, South City, the one they tearing down. They based everything off that project.
They aggregated
around that. You know what I'm saying? Average in Appalachian Red like $1,100.
Because when you add that to those numbers, that's gonna bring that average down.
Right. So they're gonna just use that, and they don't be in there until they're gonna bring the cameras in. You know what I'm saying? And the suits and the police and all this type of stuff. And they doing some campaign season. You're gonna see them all. You're gonna see them all. You're gonna see them a whole lot right now.
We see
them. You're gonna see them over and over and over again this year. You know what I mean?
We see, but like I always tell people, like, you know, I interviewed Terrence Barber, and one of the reasons why I interviewed him because we got the proof. We can go back to see that he's been doing stuff in the community. He's literally helped to change the entrepreneurial scene, the small business scene in Tallahassee. Like he's been, but like I said, we got proof of him going back and doing this stuff before he started before he's running for this position. For he challenging Proctor. So that's one of the reasons why, you know, I had him on here and I told him we fuck with him because you're not one of the people that we can say that, oh, well, you just running for a position. Now we see you in the community. You've been in the community. And so that's what I tell a lot of politicians. If you want real votes, be a real person and do some real work before you run for that office.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So y'all do a lot of stuff with kids, just so specifically, so people can, somebody who've never heard of you or linked up and they watch this. So what type of things do you all do in the community, especially with the children?
All right, with the kids, we do everything from, well, now we got the program that you mentioned that I've been working on since 16. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of doors shut because they thought they was going to get the money off of, you know what I'm saying, our hard labor and run with it. Now, I ain't gonna let you get no money off this if you ain't gonna put back to what's needed. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're gonna pocket some, give some away. Even the Bible tell you to give you 10%, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to do that. So it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? But my monkey don't stop no show, you know what I'm saying? In my eye, no monkey gonna stop this. I don't care how many monkeys are there because it's something that's needed. So it got revamped to bought the magic, what we call the Black Magic School Bus, you know what I'm saying? It's still on wheels, you know. I'm still doing some alteration with it, but I'm putting the little Wi-Fi on it, TVs, gonna have some desks and everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's a center on wheels, and we get the kids and we take them out that box. You get what I'm saying? And we enlighten them that way. When we take them out the box, then we got a real full Afrocentric curriculum for them. We teach them who we are, as a people, where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Let them know Black go way beyond. It
Oh
did not
man.
start with slavery, homie.
Hey, look,
They
I'm
ain't teaching you who you are, and that's cool.
look, bro. I was just reading the book. I just finished reading the book today. They're showing like African migrations. Like we was everywhere first, bro. I'm talking about every
Everywhere.
continent, every civilization. We was there first, bro.
Everywhere.
So
Everywhere.
yeah,
I can't wait to show them children the DVD and do this lesson on the Black Indian.
bro.
They're gonna blow their mind because they ain't never taught that in school.
Well, you know what? Not to get too far left, but you know what's interesting about that is, yeah, they didn't teach it in school, but Black folk been talk about that. How many people you know grew up had Indian in their family, said they had Indian in their family?
Everybody. Every time
that's
a female had some good hair, she had Indian in her family.
but now the idea was that all the Indians were of like the Mongoloid Asian descent, or like the red man or whatever. But they never talked about the Africans who was over here way before them, who became the Aboriginals.
Right.
So but yeah, man. So okay, so you got the bus. So let me get a full understanding. So the bus is a mobile community center.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. And go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
But we you know, the bus is multi-purpose with Link Up, because Link Up is multi-purpose. You know, we serve the kids, you know, by keeping them engaged in positive activities, for one. As you know, we've been doing that with the events that we've been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We keep in touch with the kids on their mindset, their feelings, you know what I'm saying? See where they trying to go, because if you just listen, sometimes even I learned some of these parents don't take the time to listen to their kids. But if you just listen to them, children will shock you, show you just how sharp they are in the projects. You get what I'm saying? They'll show you just how sharp they are. They'll show you just what they want for themselves, you know?
Right.
But society make them feel like that ain't it. You get what I'm saying? And it's just building on that, and it's helping them to embrace them. You know what I'm saying? But also, you know, Link Up we got things that we do for the parents, for the adults. You know what I'm saying? We have the resource, like you were just speaking of, the little resource fairs we've done. Like the last one, what that was, we did the drive-through ones. You know what I'm saying? With the different resource packets. You know, and now I've started we started this wealth building course.
Right. Hey, also while it's on my mind, not to cut you up, but while it's on my mind, let me know when you're ready. Because speaking of food and food distribution, you know, I got to hook up with Second Harvest and Farm Shop.
Okay.
So I'm reminding you, let me know when you're ready to become a food distribution center, because I'm gonna make the connections, and then that way we can get you like on a month, like probably like 1,400 pounds of food to be given out to people in the communities. So let me know when you're ready for that, and that way we can make that happen.
All right, that's gonna work. It's been a while since we did a farm show too. It's been a minute.
I know. It's about time to do one. That's another thing that just popped in my head. It's about time to do a farm show. And I know we can make it happen. All we need is a parking lot.
Yep. We got them. It's been a while. I'm gonna take you up on that though, because we got to do one. It's been a while.
Yeah, let's do it, man. You already know I'm ready. So yeah, man. So all right. So does Link Up have a physical location at this point?
Now I'm in I'm in the spot right now where I'm searching for an office space. You know?
Okay, gotcha. So
trying to find one.
Okay, so all right, you got the Black Magic School Bus. I'm gonna call it that. I'm gonna go with that. The Black Magic School Bus, right? You're working with the children, the children from underserved communities, because that's the population we've always worked with. So have the after school program up and going. So what other activities, what other things are the children able to be exposed to when being a part of Link Up?
We take them to parks, you know what I'm saying? We got some summer trips planned for them, just to show them outside the box. Some people, you know, some kids, I ain't gonna lie, I'm 38 years old, man. It took me to hit my 30s for me to see and experience a lot of stuff, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And granted, it was just a part of it was, you know, out of our hands. Like I said, we come I got one of them families like we've been struggling trying to make it up. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
each generation, what they have required, they had to build. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that. And I know some of the elders in my family, there's a lot of stuff that I done seen that they ain't seen. You get what I'm saying? I
Right.
haven't done. They got me on decades. You feel me?
Right.
And so it's that type of stuff. And I want to stress this too. My main thing with these kids though is to build their reading comprehension, the mathematical skills.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Yes.
I don't know what's really going on. I don't want to blame it on nobody. I don't want to call out the school board, all that type of stuff. But that's a great disparity in our areas, bro. The children suffering in them areas, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be a focus on that.
Yeah.
You know.
But like you said, that's still I go back to having to focus on the parents because once again, I'm of the mindset of self-sufficiency. So yes, the schools have failed our children, but so have our parents. So have the adults because we need more. We need to be teaching ourselves. So as adults, we need to know our own information, know our own history, and be willing and able to teach it to our children in homes, in community centers, and community programs and things instead of solely waiting or solely expecting a school system who ain't never gave a damn about teaching your children what they need to know like that, expecting them to do that. That's crazy. That's insane to expect that. So
it's a system, you know what I'm saying? They actually used that system. They tweaked it in the 90s to use the school system to send us to prison. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. It's always been, and guess what? That happened under the president. We was calling the first black president, Bill Clinton. You know what I'm saying? Not throw no stone, but he did that. Everybody, I've been waiting for him all the time. Ooh, that's a close thing to a black president we were gonna get before Obama and all that stuff. They was talking him up. And he hooked up that pipeline to the chain gang. You get what I'm saying?
One of our biggest flaws is we like to celebrate the negative traits of our culture.
Yep.
So we got to get over that.
That's why it's a whole revamping and a brainwashing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? A brain cleansing that's got to be done.
Right.
Because like you were saying about the parents. So you got a lot of these parents that's dwelling in this jitterbug world harder than the jitterbug. You get what I'm saying? You got some of these kids that's going to school and getting in incidents because some another kid seen they mama them doing on social media. You know, I mean, we gotta face the ugly truth. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be tapped.
So So how do you use Link Up to allow the kids to see what success looks like? Or even not just success, but a different type of success, because and I asked that because growing up with us, drug dealers, athletes, entertainers, what we seen as success. So how are you showing them what success looks like in another light?
Take it to them. You take them there. You got to take them and expose them to it. I just took a group of kids up to Charlie Park.
You get what's that? For who don't know, what's that?
That restaurant, the little expensive restaurant up there in Cascade.
Okay.
They build a little hotel and stuff. You go up on the top.
Oh, it's a new restaurant. Okay, because I ain't know what that was.
Man, that place is expensive as woo, boy. I'm talking about, boy. But it is what it is, You gotta pay to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was and it was something for them kids. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, that all of them, that was their first time being up that high. That was their first time seeing the city. That was their first time walking in the room around money. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Take them up to FAMU, to the College of Engineering, so they can see how we really hold that program down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Florida State, I control the school, now blah, blah, squad, but FAMU make that thing wrong. FAMU make it as money. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of us doing some very innovative things. So you got to show them something for them to see it and get interested in it. You get what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard for you to tell me that I could be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was young, I was the only one around me that wanted to be an engineer. They thought I was crazy about that.
Because it sounds good. It sounds good when they tell you about it, but when was the first time you saw a black engineer?
When I started working at Florida State. You heard me?
Right.
I was in my 30s then, bro.
Right. So that, but see that going back to what you're talking about, exposure. That's why exposure is so important, and that's why I asked that question because, what's the gentleman name? The tech guy with the dreads, the black guy. Um, it's been a minute. Last time we was in Joe Lewis. He worked with robotics and stuff.
Oh, Twan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Twan.
Yeah. Seeing
Twan
people like
creating the
Twan.
iRobot.
Yeah.
That's
Seeing
yeah.
people like him, because what I liked about him though was he looked like everybody else in the room, but it was just like, yeah, but I am everybody in the room, but I build robots. Y'all want to learn how to build robots?
Got a robot running through Innovation Park, man. Some real life iRobot stuff. And it's one of us. Young
Right.
brother, still in his
Right.
20s.
Right.
Like, you gotta take them, they gotta see it. See, they wouldn't know that stuff. You gotta bring it to them. You know what I'm saying? For them to see it. And remember, he couldn't even bring the thing up there. I just had to show him from my phone.
Yeah.
But all that. He just talked a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
That's what we gotta do. You know, but at the same time, we gotta take into the realization that it's a lot of parents that ain't been exposed to nothing too. You get what I'm saying? Stuck in that box. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the only way to escape that box is social media. That's why they own it so much. Like some people just. So we gotta have all that realization that we take in. We have to own it. You know what I'm saying? We got to really digest that because it's reality. It's in your face. You know what I'm saying? Instead of making excuses or pointing fingers, you got to just take the reality. All of us started somewhere. Ain't none of us just was born with it. If you did, I salute. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of families. I know some families that's over here that when you trace their history back, they ain't started in slavery. And I salute that.
And right. It happens, but collectively, we're not doing well.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That part. And it's because of that separation. We got to learn how to step in that gap. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm doing. I'm trying to expose parents to something. See, that's why, like this wealth building, of course, I've been talking about. If they follow this, I got this thing set up, and shout out to Candace May. You know what I'm saying? That's who teaching now. That girl that's sharp. If you ain't consulted with her, you need to. Cause she know
African Fashion Weekend.
Yeah, she the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I utilize what she taught me because I was learning the real estate thing myself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody around me really tell them, and the ones who could, they were acting like I had to go through all kind of loops just to get their time. You know what I'm saying? Sit down with them. But I'm going to this bank faithfully on my off day. You know what I'm saying? I love it business because they open on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? Go up in there, sit down, and learn, and kept learning, figure out what I need to do. When I got with Candace, she told me exactly what I need to do after I gave her all my numbers and let her see all my stuff, told me what she needed to do. 3 months, I was where I needed to be at. You know what I'm saying? I waited, though, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm in the spot where I want to be, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're in the right position. And but see, that's the power of having those connections too, as a person who's the head of a nonprofit like Link Up, and you are leading children, right? You have children, you have an organization rather that's aimed at giving children resources, giving parents resources, is being connected to the community. So so these next series of questions I want to ask, so people who want to start an organization like yours can have some foundational information to understand where to start. So how do you create an organization like Link Up? Link Up is a nonprofit organization aimed at giving children and parents resources. How did you create this organization, like structurally, legally? How did you do that?
Legally?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, the internet told me what I need to do, and I use resources, help from others, like my sister LaShawn Gordon. She helped me out with, structuring a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or let me know what I needed. You know what I'm saying?
So, right. So what are some of those steps that you had to go through?
You gotta for one, you gotta handle your son biz stuff. and register it. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to go through the IRS to register yourself as a 501c3. You know, yeah, they come with fees. You know what I'm saying? But scared money don't make money, and that's what the saying go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta spend money to make it. You all that, and but I'm gonna say this before any of that, you gotta have heart for it, because you gotta realize that starting a nonprofit, most of everything that you're doing gonna be out your pockets until you catch some steam. Like I just got a grant. You get what I'm saying? Just got one. I've been doing it for 7 years. It took me 7 years to get a grant. You get what I'm saying? And like straight up. But the work still been there. I ain't never budged. You remember y'all used to talk mess to me about my pocket and how I'm just pouring and just going. You know what I'm saying? I done heard that from everybody, but I got the heart to make things happen, you know, and then you have to do the legalities. You know
we was on you. Want just damn dog, let us pay for something, dog. Damn dog, you spending all the money, dog. Let us pay too, dog. But you know it's all appreciated though. So but let me make sure we clear. So register your organization with your state, and then make sure if you want to become a 501c3, register with the IRS.
Yes, because that's the tax exemption.
Right.
You got to do that. You got to do that. Be honest, you ain't really got nothing. You just got a LLC type of thing. You get what I'm saying? It ain't bad, but you ain't finna. You ain't
gonna get no tax breaks.
Yeah, right.
So what's the importance? What's the importance of the tax breaks?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? That way that's how you get your sponsor. You have people interested in that sponsor thing because they can write it off. You know, and not only that, I get the right stuff off from when I was spending. You get what I'm saying? So I get it back at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? It helps create a leverage system of your money, you know, and your cash flow and all that type of stuff there, you know. And at the same time, you got to have a good board too, man. A good treasurer, a great assistant, take you a long way, man. When I got a assistant, and my assistant is my treasurer, and man, when I tell you she is awesome, she be on me. You know, you got to have somebody that's gonna hold you accountable.
Yeah, you been needed an assistant. Yeah,
bro. So that kind of helps, you know. I can send somebody to do this. I'm not admin friendly. You get what I'm saying? I'm a feel. I'm one of them that's gonna get it done. I'm gonna go break my wrist again. And I ain't even got my brace on now. I broke the wrist and everything, but I keep on going, bro.
Yeah, man. So what would you say has been one of your, and it could be multiple, but just kind of one of your most memorable moments or your most satisfying moments working with Link Up and working with the children or the parents in the community? I know it's a lot, but
yeah, man, it's that hope that them children give when they see Mr. Davis. You know, it's when I pull up in the projects and I hear Mr. Davis, even when I'm just coming over there to visit somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the stuff that they talk to me about. You know, I'm gonna tell you one of the most memorable was when we did the teen summit at Walker Ford. But first year or the second year, because we did it over there 2 years back to back. But that 1 year that when we had just went and snatched them children off the basketball court, told them to come in there, rap with us and eat. And then they started telling us what they really want. You know?
It was in that back room.
Yep. And that right there, I never forget that, because I ain't gonna throw no shade on the lady who was up there as the little director, whatever, but she made some comments about some of them kids. You know what I'm saying? But the comments was kind of mine, and I kind of got, you know, I felt some kind of way about that. Pretty much why I don't really be going and doing stuff like, you know what I'm saying? I see where people heart be really when it comes to that type of stuff, so it make me do things different. You know what I'm saying? But them children really won't. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I remember that one girl, she was in there begging for some help with her mouth. That she can't get. She was talking about how they needed to have homework help up there at that center. You remember that, bro?
Yep.
It's just a place where we could come hang out. We need the help. We need help. Like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That would touch me because it shows me the hope in our future if it's directed the right way, because we gonna get old, bro. I know everybody breaking their neck to stay fly, stay young. Social media got us you know what I'm saying, being in 50 years old, still want to wear skinny jeans and all that type of bull. You know what I'm saying?
We got to grow up.
Everybody want to have these big cuts and wear cat suits and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
Nobody want to look like a mama or daddy, you know, all that good stuff. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact still remains. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something, bro. And so it's that hope. It's that hope that I see in that future, because when we laid up, we gonna have to have somebody take care of me. And I'm gonna be real. I ain't gonna trust. I don't really trust nobody unless they got my skin like that, because I really feel like you can't understand where I come from.
Yeah.
And I know that skin thing is. See, when you place things on the surface, it could be fugazi. You know what I'm saying?
Straight fugazi.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know all skin ain't kin.
You get
but that's
what
why
I mean?
you gotta look what's in that heart of that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
And see, like now, I got a sister that's my doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
Medical stuff, but she care. Boy, I ain't never had a doctor that break down stuff to me like she do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The importance of it. You know what I'm saying? I done had surgeries and I went to see the doctor back again because of complications. And you know what I'm saying? He just tell me a little something. You know what I'm saying? Shoot me off. You know what I'm saying? I'm still having these pains. You know what I'm saying? You get to a sister, she tell you what you need to do. This is what that's telling you. So watch this. Don't eat that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, all this type of stuff. She break it down for me.
That's good.
That's what we need. We gonna need, but guess what? My doctor older than me. So when I get older, she gonna be retired. You know what I'm saying?
She gonna need somebody to replace it. That's why you work with them kids.
Boom.
Yeah.
Future, bro. And that hope I see in them in their eyes, bro, in the hood.
Look, but I mean, you know, everybody, I don't have a problem with people going back to the spook that sat by the door. I don't have a problem with people leaving the hood to go get stuff. But the problem is when they don't come back. Right. Now, I understand the conditions don't be the best, but the conditions will never get better until we make it better. And some people gonna have to make some sacrifices for it to get better. So if everybody keep leaving, it ain't gonna never get better.
Right.
So that's why we need to come back and pour into these children.
Right. And see, honestly, and that's like I was mentioning that wealth builders course that we got going on. See, my whole thing is I'm teaching that if everybody who walked through that course, if you walk through this course, we give them the game of the numbers. It's just 2 hours once a month, and it's for the adults. But by the end of this year, if you follow that course all the way through, by the end of this year, you should be ready for home ownership. And that's my way of trying to beat the gentrification, so we can buy up what they buying up in our neighborhood.
So when is the course?
It'd be the last Saturday every month. We just had one yesterday for February.
Okay.
And the first one was the 29th of June. The next one will be the 26th of March.
So the last Saturday of every month in Tallahassee, where the wealth building course is held?
We changed the location. The first one was in South City. The one we just had yesterday was at an actual property that's a project that I'm working on myself and Candace, the realtor, you know.
Right.
She's a project manager on there, you know. I'm a old country.
It's all good. But
and then the next one gonna be at another property that I'm doing with a couple individuals, myself and 3 others. We partnered on, and it's an investment property. So now we're gonna run the numbers on that. We're gonna be in that project, show people what it looked like when you try to search for a deal. You know what I'm saying? What you run across, but how it could be beat. You know what I'm saying? By doing your numbers and showing how it way out and play out in the end. You know, because real estate, if you want to play the future game, that's what you got to do. It's longevity.
Now that's good, because I fell in love with the stocks. So I believe that you should have some of everything in your portfolio, and you shouldn't just be on stocks. You should know real estate as well. So definitely us cross-pollination of information, because I ain't gonna lie, my stock portfolio, even though the world doing bad, but my shit doing good. I ain't gonna front.
And you know them two, the real estate and them stocks, what balance this economy.
You know,
America. You gotta learn, you gotta know it.
Gotta learn the difference between assets and liabilities and build more assets. So, man, what's the future of Link Up? Like 6 months, a year from now, 5 years from now, what can we see linked up?
Man, Link Up trying to buy some property around here. We're gonna have a center, our own full-fledged center with a game room. We're gonna have basketball league, football league. You know, I'm trying to partner with some of these dance troops so we can have some cheerleaders and dance troops. You know what I'm saying? Where Link Up trying to make Tallahassee and our lower income communities like a HBCU. But
Hey
we have
man,
that kind of vibe with each other. You know what I'm saying?
I know I'm your Black history professor, so
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Work it out like that. You know what I mean?
hey.
That's how we try to do, you know, and the long goal is to have our own community, bro.
Yeah.
To build our own community, have a school, stores, and the ultimate goal is to, like my program director say, it's the overground railroad, because I'm trying to build a pipeline, invest in the boat and all of that. But we're going back and we're going to invest in the motherland. I'm going to get some property over there, and I'm going to bring some of us. We're going to go back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Build up over there. It's a lot of, you got to understand, man. Well, our money stretched farther over there. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of disparity over there. You know, in Africa, boy, it's hard to get in high school, bro.
Look.
They need high schools, bro.
Yeah, we Black folk got to invest in Black folk.
Right.
And that's what we got to understand, investing in Black folk, man. So now that's what's up, though, man. That's a grand plan.
Back Black Wall Street, bro. We idolize it. We do this, and we talk a lot about it. People get tattooed for it and all that there, but you still celebrate Memorial Day, and that's the day where they burned us down. You get what I'm saying? You still don't know what you really like. Come on, man. I
know. That's why I got this idea for you. That's why I trust me, cuz I got you. So, hey, man, look. I love the passion. I love the direction of the organization and everything that you bring into it. So somebody see this interview. They love what you're talking about. They want to help. They want to support. How can people get in contact with you and linked up?
And you know, I'm still building on them platform things. You know what I'm saying? I'm still building the website. Like I said, been there to say you, but I've been out there in the field. So I'm bad at the admin stuff, and I've been building that. But you can find us on Facebook. You can follow, Link Up, building, bridging the gaps in the community on Facebook. You can reach out, hit us by email, 2015linkup@gmail.com. And you can call 850-228-7149 or text.
Yeah.
You know,
it's what it would look like on Facebook with the Link Up. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And we still doing it. It's always room to grow. You know what I'm saying? But it take a village, and that's all.
Right. Say that phone number again.
850-228-7149.
850-228-7149. And say that email again.
2015linkup@gmail.com.
2015linkup@gmail.com. The phone number and the email address are both in the description of this video. Hey, man. Hey. Like this video, comment, subscribe, share this, get this out. We need more people to know about what's going on in Tallahassee and the groundwork. That's one. Look, man, we've been doing this with y'all with the Freedom Train since 2015, making sure we keep our ear to the ground and highlighting the people who are doing the work in the community that normally wouldn't get the spotlight. But it's not necessarily about trying to make them famous, but it's about making sure other people know what they have going on so we can support each other and so people can know who are the resources in our community. And that's why we do what we do, man. Freedom Train, Link Up, everybody out here, we linking up, we doing what we got to do, man. Darian Davis, aka Fraud, the man with the plan. All right. Hey, man. And you know, it's always an honor, it's always a pleasure, man. I highly respect you and everything that you got going on. Hey, I know COVID happened and it messed some things up, but let's make sure we get these get back together, man, and make some of these things happen. Like I said, I'm your Black history professor.
Yes, sir.
Also, we're gonna talk more. We need to talk more sometime this week by getting this farm share set up, and we could talk about see how we can get monthly farm shares set up, because I know we can do that. I know we can do that.
That'll work, bro. That'll
Hey
work.
man, this is how we do it over here at the Freedom Train podcast series. If you don't know, now you know, like Kurt Franklin said. So glory to you too. All right, all right. So we only rock with the realest, and we only rock with the best, and that's how we're going to continue to do it. www.freedomtrainradio.com is the website where you can find us and be down with us and learn just more about everything and everybody who's contributing to the Freedom Train Network, and listen to the podcast so you can see who's contributing to their communities, because we don't just highlight people in Tallahassee, we highlight people from around the country and around the African diaspora who are working to make sure that community better. So with that being said, I'm Joseph Ward, my guest Darian Davis. Man, thank you for being a part of this podcast, and we're gonna continue to make sure we move forward and make our community better. Yes, sir.
Don't judge me because you seen me hitting the bottle like that. Now I got a thing. I told AD, I said I'm going for an endorsement this year. So
it's all good. What's that? That do say?
These bottles in my picture. Don't think I'm a drunk.
What that's that do say?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, it's all good. Hey, y'all give my dog an endorsement before I get mad.
Yeah, man. I'm spending all this money.
There you go, man. Hey, we'll see y'all later. Peace out. Pinky rings in the face.